That's right.
Alright, we're going to be talking about checking the water and checking the oil on the Reefer 1250 Supra. So the oil dipstick is right here on this side. Okay, with this closed, you can still access it through the left side. So let's go ahead and pull out the dipstick. This engine was just switched off in the last 5 minutes. So the first thing you're gonna do is wipe the dipstick clean. Then we're gonna go ahead and put it back. Give it 1 second, pull it out again. Now, notice that it's just slightly below the mark. That is okay because this engine was just switched off right now, and it takes half an hour, maybe to 1 hour for all that oil to go back up to the original line. If this was checked early in the morning and it was off all night, then theoretically it should come to that dot. But if the engine was just switched off, it's normal for it to be just slightly below. Just slightly below. So if it's just slightly below, don't add any more oil. But if you see it 3/4 or less or half, then you can keep on adding oil slowly and slowly until you get it back to the full mark. So let's go ahead and put this one back because it's fine. When you come to add oil, you're gonna add oil through here, and you're gonna use a funnel. If you don't have a funnel, you can use a Chupak or Juakali solution, but make sure it's all clean. And you'll put the funnel here and you'll start adding engine oil. Add in around 1/4 liter to 1/2 liter at a time before you start checking that dipstick. This engine takes around 10 liters of oil, but that dipstick is only measuring the last 3 liters or so. So if you see the dipstick is gone to halfway or 3/4, it doesn't mean that you need to add 3 or 4 liters. You might need only to add a liter or so before that dipstick comes back to the full mark. So add slowly, and when you add 1/2 liter or even up to 1 liter, give it 2-3 minutes, wait for that oil to come down and settle down, and then after 5 minutes you go ahead and check the dipstick. If you add oil and you're immediately checking the dipstick and you're in a rush and you're checking the dipstick, you're going to overfill because you're not giving time for the engine oil to go down before you go ahead and check the dipstick. Okay, second thing I'm going to talk about is the coolant, and that is pretty straightforward. The coolant bottle is right here, and to fill the coolant level, we just go ahead and open and add the coolant. And to check the coolant, we usually go ahead and look on the side, where on this side, when you're standing down there, when you're standing down and you look through here the side, there's a red mark where you'll be able to see. Okay, and maybe we could see here the bottle. Yeah, and the bottle here, there are 2 marks. There's the high mark and there's the low mark, and it should always be above the high mark. Okay, for the coolant, we don't tolerate anything below the high mark, unlike the engine oil, which I said is okay to be slightly less than full, but the coolant should never be below that full. Okay, you might find that sometimes these engines are more thirstier in water than the oil. The oil only starts going down when it's about to reach its service hours.